Hey everybody, it's Daryl back again. So I am out here at one of the properties that we have. We've actually leased it out this year to some farmers, and they're growing watermelons out here, which is pretty cool. Right there, if you can see it, right there's one of my deer stands. I come over here and put a camera out just to see what's going on. I'll walk back in here and show you where it's at. Now where we're at, I might try to do some screenshots of the what the property looks like and all of this stuff, but there's a big old creek back here. It's actually just one great big beaver swamp now. Back when I was a little boy, we used to play in these woods back here. Can't do that anymore. The beavers just got it dammed up so bad. Now the creek that used to be maybe 4 foot wide is now a couple 100 yards wide. And it's like that from bridge to bridge to bridge to bridge. We have such a beaver problem around here that a couple years ago the county actually come through and put a bounty on them, and we were able to catch beavers, and the county paid for it. But right there's my camera, and then right here's the place that it is. I'll bring you back here right quick and show you what the creek looks like, or the swamp. Probably the proper term for it now. But you can hear, I think they're called locusts or something like that. Try not to get snake bit. But right there's the creek. You can kind of see it way back there. The little grassy part that you can see right out there, that's actually the beaver dam. Ain't no telling how many beaver dams there is in this stretch. From the bridge behind me to the bridge down here that would be in front of me, I bet it's probably 2 miles, maybe 3. There's probably hundreds of dams in there. The way beavers do it is they build small dams and then they build a big dam. And those small dams slow the water down before they get to the big dam to keep from washing the big one out. And the only time our beaver dams around here get washed out is when we have the big hurricanes and all that other good stuff. So that's one camera we got in. I'm gonna hike back out of here and probably go to another place and put another camera up, and I'll take you along over there too. So stick around. I had to get out of the house. You can tell I ain't got my sling on today, hanging onto my shirt. My arm's killing me, but I'm tired of sitting around in the house not doing anything, so we're out here playing around in the woods. So stick around. We'll go to our next place. I don't know how bad the wind noise is going to be out here, but these are watermelons. They plant them in rows. There's actually black plastic down, and you might be able to see it's kind of muddy right through here. I don't know whose dog that is, but he's barked the whole entire time I've been out here. But hopefully the wind noise ain't going to be too terribly bad. I'm going to cut where the microphone's at, but there's black plastic in there, and they've about picked all the watermelons for the year. There's a few more watermelons. There's one right there, but for the most part, the watermelons is played out for now. But every so often they got a road down through here, so they can bring their little trailers and buses and all of that stuff through here, so they can pick up the watermelons. See, that watermelon there is bad, and that one right there might be some good. I'm not sure. So, but that's what the watermelon fields look like, in case y'all ain't never seen them before. If you can't tell, that's my truck way over there. So there you go, watermelon patch. So we're at this other place that I've got. This place here, in case you can't tell, they got corn planted on it. This is just regular old field corn / rosenear corn. The main use for it is animal feed, and they also make that crappy ethanol gas out of it too, which costs more to produce than what it's worth. But that's what's out here. Now from where I park my truck to where we're going to is about a half a mile walk. I was going to bring my four-wheeler with me, and I got on it a while ago, and cranked it, and then realized that the throttle was on the right hand side. Well, guess what? That's the side that my shoulder was operated on. So that's not gonna work out. So we're gonna have to make the hike out here to it. I'm trying to dodge all these leaves. If you ain't never had a corn leaf rubbed down the side of your neck, you ain't never really lived. There's a lot of deer tracks out here. I'm gonna flip the camera around and let you see what they look like. These are deer tracks, in case you ain't never seen it. Kind of looks almost like a goat, kind of, sort of. But you can see all down the rows down here is the corn. We got a pretty good sized path alongside the field, and it's actually cleared up a little bit back there. It's kind of boogery, and I didn't want to get into all that because we still got Mr. No Shoulders walking around. So that's what corn looks like. But this place back here, one of my ex-girlfriend's daddy called me the other day. He said, "Hey man, I bought a condo stand from a guy, and I'm looking somewhere to put it." He said, "You know, I don't hunt that much, and I know you got property to put it on. So where we gonna put it at?" So I told him once the corn was picked and it was dry enough, we'd bring it down here and set it up. So we're gonna do that once this corn's picked. And from the looks of it, it should be picked in a couple more weeks. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Mosquito. That's North Carolina state bird. If I can find one and get a close-up of it, I'll take a picture of it. We got mosquitoes around here that are probably the size of a quarter. Some of them look like they got landing lights on their legs. They're that big. But yeah, so some of you probably are going, ex-girlfriend's daddy. One thing you'll do, get young guys and even some of the older guys, if you ain't never figured it out, just because a relationship goes south doesn't mean you need to leave it on bad terms. I dated that girl for probably 9 years, and as the years progressed, we just slowly grew apart. It weren't because she was a bad person or as I was a bad person or that either one of us did anything wrong. It just weren't there. So I'm still friends with her daddy. We've been broke up probably 10 plus years. And me and her daddy's still in contact, and we still text back and forth from time to time. My wife knows her and friends with her. Matter of fact, I'm friends with probably 99% of the girls I dated in the past. Of course, I don't talk to them every day or text them all the time or anything like that, but just like me, my wife's actually friends with the guys that she used to date, except for one or two that were royally douchebags, but that's a whole nother video. But I'm gonna walk on down here. If I see any other interesting stuff, I'll flip the camera back on and see if we can't get it on video. If you'll notice right through here, see how the corn stalks are pulled down? That's probably squirrels, but chances are that's raccoons doing that. But raccoons and squirrels are notorious for pulling down corn like that, and what they do is they pull it down and then they eat the corn. So this place is extremely bad. Those right there are cuckleburrs. I don't know if you've ever heard of those. You might call them something different where y'all are at. And them right there are pokeberry bushes. But all these right through here are cuckleburrs. If I had something I could pull behind my four-wheeler, come down here and hit these with a mower or something, but I don't have anything like that to go on my four-wheeler, but I thought I'd show y'all that. Cuckleburrs, pokeberry bushes. So what I did over here, since the weeds are so bad, I cleared out a little place here below one of my deer stands and just put the camera on it, and then I set a couple little pieces of corn on the ground that was already laid around out here that the squirrels or the deer have annihilated. The friggin' mosquitoes are terrible. But this is a big old field. I would climb up in the deer stand and show you, but I didn't want to get up there and get hung up and have to use my shoulder more than I have to. But There's a big old swamp that runs down through there. Also, last year I shot a deer over here while the beans was still here. We had soybeans out here last year. And I shot a deer and I had to drag it from over there all the way to where the truck's parked at. So I ended up dragging that deer. It was probably 130-pound deer. It was a big old pretty 6-point. But I had to drag that deer all the way around the edge of this bean field out here, all the way to the truck. So I dragged that deer probably close to half a mile before I got it back to the truck. That was not fun. So this year I've actually got a 4-wheeler. So hopefully we won't have that issue. But they've got corn planted out here. So we should be able to, once deer season does come in, we should be able to access it back here with the 4-wheelers and the trucks if it's dry enough to get back here. So that'll be a plus. This will be the first year I've actually had a 4-wheeler to hunt with. So I've been saving up for a while to get it. When you're a single income family like we are, you have to save up for stuff like that. I don't like going into debt. I had a job one time. I had a tire plant here in Fayetteville called Kelly Springfield. I worked out there for 13 years, but during the time I was out there, Goodyear bought it. And you went from a halfway decent place to work to an extremely crappy place to work. But I said all that to say all this. When I got out there, making decent money. Went out and bought a brand new truck, a jet ski. I went out and got to buying horses and all that other crap. And I finally got to the point where I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I know most of y'all know how that is, but that sucks. So I decided, once I ever got out of that issue, that if there was any way I could get around it, I wouldn't be back in there. And so far, I've only been in that situation one more time, and that's when I went from doing electrical work full-time to going to school to get my CDLs. I had got a job with another electrical company because the business that I was in, it had slowed down. So I got to working for another company, and I told him, I said, listen dude, I need to make $18 an hour minimum. He said, that won't be an issue. I got to work with that guy. I might have brought home $250 a week. Now that's my calculator's broke. That's nowhere close to $18 an hour. But I sucked it up, did what I could to try to make my paychecks a little higher every week. And that was when I was going to school for getting my CDLs. And that was 16 weeks on the weekends. And once I got my CDLs, I got a job driving a truck for the first time. And I moved my pay scale on up where it needed to be at. I don't make a lot of money driving a truck. If you compare the hours that we have to work to what we actually bring home, I don't make the best in the world. But I'll make enough to make a living. I'm not hurting and all that good stuff. The big thing about our job is insurance. We all know that insurance is a big thing right now. And we had halfway decent insurance for when Wyatt got put in the hospital. And while we were there, one of the counselors told us you need to sign up for Medicaid. I think it's Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it is for kids. And we're like, I don't know if we'll qualify for that. She said, if neither one of y'all working and y'all are at this hospital, sign up for it. So we did and got approved for it. And they helped cover some of Wyatt's medical bills. Now see, me and Hope, I won't really call it prideful people, but we don't like getting government assistance. And that's how it is probably 90% of the people that we know and the people that are in this area. If the world or the United States had that mentality, this country would be a whole lot better off. But that's a whole nother video. We just walk around in the woods talking. So, benefits is a big thing. And thank God I've got a job that's got halfway decent benefits. I'm looking for ticks. We got a new tick in North Carolina. And this tick, supposedly when it bites you, you become allergic to meat. Have y'all heard about that? If I can find the articles on it, I'll list them in the details below. But we don't want to get bit by one of them. I'd hate to know that that big old pretty ribeye that I like to eat every once in a while would make me sick. Or this deer meat or rabbit meat or whatever else we harvest during the wintertime would make me sick. Because that would kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I don't know if fish is involved in that or not. But anyway, we're about halfway out the woods, or out this field. We still got another little stretch to go through, and I'll be back at the truck. Matter of fact, if you look all the way down there, you still can't see my truck. Now, to my truck from here, it's probably at least a quarter mile. So we got to keep on keeping on. The sun's getting, well, it's pretty much gone. The clouds is blocking it out. We got some thunderstorms in the area. Hope went to a tractor pool today, or lawnmower pool. I weren't feeling the greatest in the world this morning, so I didn't go, but it's one of them lawnmower pools like I've got listed. The vines is tough. It's like one of those lawnmower pools that I've got a couple videos on my channel. Matter of fact, one of my biggest channels, or one of the biggest or largest viewed videos I've got is actually the Got to Be NC Live lawnmower pool. I think it's got close to 300,000 views on it. I wish all my videos had that on it, but they don't. So, but we're working on growing the channel so we can start getting views like that on every one of them. But we're gonna walk on out of here. Hopefully this video will be viewable. I don't know how bad it's gonna be as far as shaking wise. I know this camera phone's supposed to take a lot of that out, or this iPhone, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we got half moon today, or tonight, and we're gonna venture on out back to the truck, and we'll pick you up there. Wanted to show y'all this real quick if it will focus. But this is what the beaver swamp looks like now. It goes all the way over to here. This used to be a little small creek that come through, and because of the beavers, they got it dammed up, and that's what it looks like now. So I've made it back home. I did a video on the way back from the other place. I don't know if y'all gonna see it or not. I got to see how the audio is on it, and plus I was riding down the road without my seatbelt on, and a lot of y'all like to rag me about that. But as you can see in the background right here is a storm that's forming, and all this right here is a storm that is forming. Hoping them got rained out at their lawnmower pool that she went to. But as you can see, our sun's going down. If you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say getting choked up. I just want to say thank you for sticking with me. It's done me some good to get out today. It's done me some good to do this video. I used to do these all the time in the yard at the house, and Wyatt had got to the point where he was actually walking around in the house while I was gone with my old iPad or iPod, and he was holding it up like this, making videos, or pretending to make videos. As a matter of fact, we got some of them that are on that old iPod that he did. They're little short clips or whatever, but makes you smile and cry looking at stuff like that. But you know, that's life. So once again, if you've stuck with me this far, I don't know how long this video is. It might end up being 2 parts, but thank you for sticking with me. I really do appreciate it. Y'all really do mean the world to me, and all that good stuff. So hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all weekend's doing good. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this video edited and started uploading. The mosquitoes is terrible. But I started a video yesterday morning, and it finally kicked out today. There's one of our state birds landing on my hand. It finally kicked out today about 12 o'clock it timed out. It took that long, and it was at 70% when it kicked out. I'm gonna walk around and see if I can outrun these mosquitoes. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and get it uploaded, see if there's a different way I can get it to maybe upload a little bit quicker. I've got freaking fiber optic internet here, but it's crap here lately, so I might have to call my internet provider and get them to do something about it. The state birds is buzzing me. But anyway, hope y'all doing good. Once again, thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.